Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for music and entertainment news. Well, appropriate with the MTV sounder we used to start it off. We're going to pour one out right now.
How do I say goodbye?
Just 20 minutes ago, we poured one out for the inventor of the frozen burrito, finding out he invented that when he was 19 years old and he passed away at 88. A long, glorious run in life, but very similar to the show Ridiculousness. 46 seasons, 1,700 episodes. After 14, 15 years roughly at this point, it is going to be canceled or put out to pasture from MTV. New episode. It says new episodes will continue to air in 2026. So there's still they've already produced so many.
They filmed so many at a time.
Yeah, it's insane when you hear Rob talk about how they do it. I think they film. Am I exaggerating when I say 10 a day or something?
I think they were up to about 8 a day.
Isn't that insane? And he's a machine. If you ever follow the guy on Instagram and how he does things, he's an entrepreneur, he's a businessman, he invests in a lot of stuff, and he believes in how to maximize every second of your life. That's kind of his motto, and he did it certainly with that show. And it's going away. It's literally on MTV from about 6 a.m. to midnight.
I know. I kind of, this is wishful thinking probably, but they replace a lot of their programming. Unfortunately, you see this a lot in media. It gets cheaper. This show cost basically nothing to produce. They stood in there. They could film 8 episodes a day. They would just run videos, very low cost, which is one of the reasons it took over. Also funny, did well, but it's one of the reasons it really took over because it didn't cost them anything. And wishful thinking, I know, but I'm I hope this means that they're going to have maybe some other real programming and actually do some good shows again. Remember MTV Made? It was my favorite show ever.
Made was a great show. MTV is.
I love it. They used to have great shows.
Now you're saying, I like what you're saying, Kenzie, but Case is broken up about this with Ridiculousness going away because he watched it from 6 a.m. to midnight, or at least I'll say 11 a.m. to midnight after he left the show.
No, I've had it on during the show at times. It's a fun show.
That's good. It's on better. So, I think a lot of people, more people than you think, loved this show because there's no way it would have lasted as long as it did. And even though it was low cost, he made a fortune. He was one of the highest paid people on TV in hosting this show.
I'm devastated.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely devastated. It's one of the funniest things of all time. I'm a huge Rob Dyrdek guy. I love Stilo. The show hasn't been the same since Chanel West Coast left, but I like the fill-ins they've had for her. And there's just something nice about this always being on. I always know if I can't find anything on the movie channels, if there's not sports on, I always know MTV is going to have Ridiculousness on, and the thought of living in a future where that's not the case is pretty devastating.
Wow.
Can't you just scroll on TikTok because it's the same thing?
It's not the same because I want Rob's funny anecdotes, and I want Stilo to back it up, and I want the category names, and I want the Devo song in the intro. I want the whole production of it. We had Mod Son at Twisted Christmas last year, and I interviewed Mod Son before the show. I did not want to hear about his new album at all. Did not care. All I wanted to talk to him about was the fact that he's been on Ridiculousness, and most of the interview is us talking about what it was like filming Ridiculousness.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge loss, but I like the shows. People always like to complain, MTV, well, they haven't played videos in forever. Well, the shows were incredible, and if you go back and Jersey Shore, Family Vacation, that's safe. The Challenge, my favorite show of all time, MTV's The Challenge, that's safe. What are you laughing at?
That's marked safe.
These are marked safe
from MTV cancellations.
That's right. Well, the Challenge ratings are monstrous. Some of the biggest cable ratings there too. I'm not just trying to, flex my own show that I like a lot, but that's on there. And Jersey Shore Family Vacation.
Right, as I say, Jersey Shore, iconic. Of course.
And it's still good, by the way. I know, Kenzie, you've dropped off on the vacation shows. It's still good. Nothing's like the first season. It's impossible. The first couple seasons.
That's the problem, is that I need Sammy and Ron to accidentally hook up or something. I can't deal with this.
But when they bring Ron back on in the vacation, it's unreal.
Silence?
Well, all of it comes back because even though the situation's become kind of this grandfather to everybody and the Godfather, when Ron comes back on, a lot of the old vibe comes right back with Sammy Sweetheart.
And I do wish they would have never let Angela come back on. I have a huge problem with that.
What's the problem with her?
I can't stand Angela. She's not part of the family. She's not part of the family, and she knows it.
That's half the arguments they have on the vacation
I know.
episode.
She doesn't belong. She doesn't even go here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long, Case, you have, but 2026, we're still a couple months from that, then probably a couple months in, so you probably got a good 4 or 5 months.
I'll live Moss. I'll enjoy it while I can.
Someone said watch Tosh 2.0.
No,
it's 100%
I'm not
better.
Tosh. Tosh is not better.
He has fun money. What are you talking about?
No,
Yes, he is.
he's no Rob Dyrdek.
He is great, and he's made about $100 million from his franchise, but we'll see what he does next. Or just chill on all that money.
He can't chill. That's his problem.
He can't. He always wants something to do. He always wants, another thing he's just getting into. But you can look forward to Q101's Twisted 2025. That's not going away. And we're now in November here. We're like 5 weeks away. And just to give a little refresher on it, because we'll have a lot of new listeners to the show, Night 1 is AJR Wet Leg and Out in Front. We're giving those away tomorrow at 7:10 and Clash with Kenzie all week.
And can I just say before you continue, I know everybody's excited about AJR, and rightfully so. Wet Leg is going to be so unbelievable on that show. That is the single set I am most looking forward to for Twisted this year.
For Wet Leg?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, veterans of Q101's Twisted. And then Night 2 will be Cake. Night 3, Third Eye Blind, Yellow Card, and the Paradox. And Night 4 is Sublime. It's a stacked lineup. You go get your tickets at Q101.com or anywhere you get your tickets. And let's see, go for it. I mean, we want you to be there. You won't believe it can snow inside the Aragon. It can snow right inside the Aragon. So we have those Bad Omens tickets coming up here for the Allstate Arena in moments. Hang tight. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Breaking news with God Bless the Gravy. We have a $1,000 donation just came through. God Bless the Gravy is our food drive benefiting the Greater Chicago Food Depository, and we're thanking businesses for donating, especially giving them $2,000 in advertising with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And this one comes from Michael Smith. Thanks to Clean Eats Orland Park for all you do to help the community. Glad to support. So I assume he's part of that. Clean Eats Orland Park, which I looked it up. So it's a healthy food restaurant that offers a variety of delicious and affordable options to the customers. They have a dine-in cafe menu like burgers, wraps, flatbreads, melts, build your own bowls, smoothies.
Ooh.
I know, right? And then they have weekly meal plan service, so you can kind of do like your meal prep with them as well.
I'm into it.
Yeah. It sounds amazing. Orland Park, that's down there. I'm not sure their range, but the Clean Eats, and it's EATZ.
Okay. A little spicy. I get it. It's fun.
It's fun. Clean Eats Orland Park, and $1,000 donation. That's 3,000 meals, adding to pretty much getting us to 60,000 meals now with God Bless the Gravy. Now, our goal by Thanksgiving is double that. We had 120,000 meals last year, but we're off to a great start here, and we appreciate you so much for doing that. The Greater Chicago Food Depository, who this all benefits, can take $1, turn it into 3 meals. And again, as we've said, for the business to donate $1,000, you get $2,000 in advertising, and that means a lot. Our listeners get out there and do stuff. They go to these places, the restaurants. They go to concerts. They go to events. They buy the stuff you put on our show. Very active. So that's for the businesses. Now, for individuals, it doesn't matter what amount you want to give. If you can do $5, that's 15 meals. That's impactful, especially with all the horrific news on the SNAP benefits ending this weekend and people that are really left out in the cold, literally, on how they're going to eat and survive. So every dollar totally means something. Text GRAVY to 312-591-8300. That's how you donate. A link comes back to you. Or you can just go to Q101.com. There's a link there as well to donate, help, and save lives.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Texting your takeaway right now, 312-591-8300. Something that was memorable to you on today's show this Monday, November 3rd, first show of November. Texting your takeaway right now, 312-591-8300.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, look, we can talk about over the weekend where the Bulls, they lost last night, but they hit 5-0 for the first time in almost 30 years and one of the greatest World Series of all time. But no, we're not going to talk about any of that right now because how about your Bears with one of the greatest football games of all time? And let me go through some of the numbers here on what happened yesterday during this game, as the Bears had a 99.7% chance to win that game with 2 minutes left in the game. Then the Bengals scored 2 TDs in 49 seconds to take the lead. My brother went to the garage to get a tool, and he came back. He goes, "What happened?"
I had the same thing. I dozed off because I was like, game's over, Bears won.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and the Bears were down.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
It was really weird. Then Colston Loveland took it 58 yards to guarantee the victory, and they win 5-3, or the record's 5-3. Colston Loveland had 6 receptions, 118 yards, 2 TDs. That's the guy we drafted, and people went, why are they drafting a tight end? Well, that's why. Caleb Williams, 280 passing yards, 53 rushing yards, and 4 total TDs. Boom. Kyle Monangai was a monster. 26 carries, 176 yards, 6.8 yards per carry. And we hired Ben Johnson, I should say we, like I had something to do with it. The Bears actually hired the right coach this time, an offensive mind from the Lions, because top 3 in a lot of categories, like rushing yards, yards per game, and even top 10 in passing yards. This is unheard of for Bears offense, and they're doing it. 7th in total yards of the offense. Ben Johnson, it's real. Caleb Williams is the first player in NFL history to have multiple pass TDs, multiple receptions, and a receiving TD in a game. Let me say that again. First player in NFL history to have that.
Yay!
They pulled that Philly play where he handed off and he goes to the end zone. That's how the Eagles won the Super Bowl about 8 years ago, their first Super Bowl, and that play worked great. It was tremendous. Also, one more stat for you. The Bears' 576 yards of offense on Sunday was the 6th most in club history and the most since they had 594 yards in the 61-7 victory over the Packers. I know you remember this game, December 7th, 1980. That is astounding what they're doing. And look, I'm not going to sit here like a lot of Bears fans and you get excited. We all do it together. Whereas Bears fans go, this is our year, Super Bowl bound. But why not the Super Bowl? I'm not saying they're going to win, but why not? Why can't they get there? Because the league is kind of meh overall. I mean, the Eagles are 6-2 and they look good, but if you listen to Eagles fans, they're like they feel like they're like 2-6. The Packers are 5-2, but they lost to the Panthers yesterday.
They looked really bad.
The Buccaneers, I mean, I love what Baker Mayfield's doing, but they also don't feel like world beaters.
Well, that whole team's hurt now, so I love the Bucs, but I don't think that's going to happen.
The whole team?
Kenzie, the whole team.
What happened? Like a car accident?
Yeah, it was a bus accident, actually.
Yeah.
You didn't hear?
Yeah.
That they all got hurt?
Yeah. It was on the news.
I did not.
I mean, the Patriots are 7-2 and the Colts are 7-2. Are they going like, wow, they're really good teams? They're not really that good at teams, but they just happen to be what they are. The Broncos are 7-2. What the hell? I'm just saying, why not the Bears in this situation?
Who's saying they won't? They'll win.
Well, I'm saying they won't. I
Yeah,
can be the
because
first one to...
I can look at Case's eyes. He's saying they won't.
Yeah, I don't trust this team whatsoever. Hey, glad they won. Not sure they deserve to.
What do you mean? They came back and won the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who deserves to win a game? Let me tell you, who deserves to win it?
Well, that's a larger question. I feel like I'm going to start debating with God if you ask me that.
Well, that's where we're going today.
I feel like with the Bears, they haven't won a game yet this year where I've been like, now that's a football team. Every win's been like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that.
That's right, and that's why they're surprising everybody, and they're pulling. It's better to find a way to win than just blow somebody out.
I disagree.
Because to blow people out, you end up getting cocky and lazy, and you start eating frozen burritos, and before you know it, the Super Bowl comes around, and you're not ready to play. So let's honor the Bears and what they did yesterday with our award-winning montage that no one else has, of course.
They go end around. Moore's going to toss it and into the end zone to a wide-open Williams. Bears on the board here in Cincy. DJ Moore lines up in the backfield again. Misdirection. This is Zacchaeus finds the exit. Zacchaeus lunging. Touchdown. Monangai. He's got a convoy. This is going to be a first down run for the Bears, and he's not done. 3rd and goal. Bengals rush 4 to the end zone. Loveland got more. It's Brown breaking free, and he's in. Can they lean on this ground attack? Monangai, sensational right from the start. Monangai unleashed again. Williams slings it. Williams, Loveland bangs off his man. He's gonna score. Home, Colston Loveland in a jaw dropper. 58 yards on the catch and run from the rookie. And the Chicago Bears survive a career day from Joe Flacco in a potentially epic comeback by the Bengals. But in the end, it's the Bears in a thriller, 47-42. Hell yeah!
Right.
The Bears. The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren's on the way and take you through this pretty damn nice-looking first November Monday of the year. And our takeaways from you, 312-591-8300. Something memorable on today's show from you, from your perspective. Case, what do you got?
Takeaway from Tony and Lindenhurst, always good to hear from him. It's a monkey's world, and we're just living in it.
Facts.
Something to think about.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Marshall's takeaway, Brian barely touched Case all night, and Case took that personally.
I did.
I didn't get the green light. You know, that
Brother,
of
light
consent.
was green. Let's rev your engine. Light couldn't have been greener.
Finally, from Kevin, 708 checked in. Takeaway, new fear unlocked. Answering the door to a rabid monkey asking to borrow a drill so he can build his house in a tree in my front yard. Scary. What's on the podcast, Case?
Well, we talked about that. There's another update on the monkeys that escaped in Mississippi. Unfortunately, a bad ending for one of those monkeys. We broke it down on the Brian and Kenzie podcast. Brian and I also got into a big fight about our Halloween costumes and what we did or did not do on Saturday night. And we learned that Brian is prepared to lose an obscene amount of money on the Chicago Bears this morning.
Damn right. Go to the podcast, get context for all these takeaways. You can listen to it anytime you want. It's sitting there waiting for you.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.